Hi, this is Ravi and welcome again to my videos. In this video, we are going to learn comparison operators. Okay, now that sounds very fancy, isn't it? So what is comparison operator? Operator is a symbol which is used to do a certain function. Alright, so if you have seen my first video tutorial, it talks about mathematical operators. So it talks about the plus sign, the minus sign. So these are symbols on the keyboard and they are being used for a specific purpose. So in comparison operators, we will look at 6 different comparisons that can be made between two things. Okay, so let's start and let's learn it practically. I'm going to open my IDLE with a command space. Alright, I'll show you another way of opening IDLE because I've always been using command space. I'll do my 5-finger swipe and get the launch pad, get all the applications over there, and there should be IDLE. Here it is. Okay, so let's open the IDLE. IDLE has opened successfully. Now let's do comparisons. Okay, apples equals to 5. I have 5 apples, and apples is done. Mangoes equals to 7. Well, I like mangoes more than apples. Alright, that's why I have more mangoes. Makes sense. So now let me check. Okay, let me check. Is mangoes more than apples? It says true. If you notice, I've used a sign here, which is the greater than sign in mathematics, or which is an angular bracket. If you have been using some programming languages, they use angular brackets. So let's check if mangoes is less than apples. It says false. Okay, these less than greater than signs are found next to your shift key, and I'm talking about the shift key which is located below the enter key, so it is on the right side of the keyboard. Okay, so it is these less than greater than signs are, they have to be used in conjunction with the shift. So you have to press shift and that key button, so it gives you a less than sign, and the same for the greater than sign. Alright, so now we saw the first conditional operator greater than, the second conditional operator less than. Now the third conditional operator is mangoes greater than or equal to apples? I'll leave a space between these signs because just for better readability. It is true because mangoes is greater than or equal to apples, right? Now let me make one more. Banana equals to also 5. Okay, now let me check if mangoes is greater than equal to banana. It is true. Okay, because mangoes is 7, bananas is 5. Let's check if apples is less than or equal to banana. Oh, yeah, so that is true because apples is 5, bananas is 5, and apples is less than equal to bananas. Okay, so which is true. So great. So we saw the less than sign, we saw the greater than sign, we saw the greater than equal to, that makes it 3. We saw the less than equal to, that makes it 4. Okay, and then we have to see two more signs. Okay, now I want to do an equality check. Is apples equal to mangoes? It is false. Apples is 5, mangoes is 7, and apples is not equal to mangoes is false, right? Notice I have used two equal to signs here. To do checking, we use two equal to signs. If we want to check if the left hand side is equal to the right hand side, we use two equal to signs. If we want to assign a value to a variable, say I used a variable x, I'm assigning a value 9, I use a single equal to sign. So that is when you have to choose between single equal to and two equal to's. So we have done with the fifth comparison operator, which is the equality check. The last comparison operator and the sixth and the last one is a not equal to. Is apples not equal to mangoes? And it says true. Apples is 7, apples is 5, mangoes is 7. 5 is not equal to 7 is true. Okay, so we have used 6 different comparison operators here. So let me open a text edit and let me summarize the comparison operators that we use today. Okay, alright, so the less than, which is denoted by this sign, less than or equal to, which is denoted by less than or equal to. You cannot write equal to and less than, that is wrong. You have to write less than first and then equal to. Greater than, which is denoted by this sign, greater than or equal to is denoted by this sign, and equality check is denoted by the equal to sign, and not equal to is by the exclamation mark and followed by the equal to sign. So these are 6 comparison operators. Let's number them. Boring task to number. Okay, so that is that. Alright. So I'll close this file and delete it. I'm not going to save it. So these comparison operators can be used in conditional statements. And if you have noticed, each comparison operator returns a true or false. In my first video, I had told you that there is a data type called as Boolean, and a Boolean can only be true or false. So there you go. You see, the conditional operator gives you a Boolean statement back. Alright, so you can do that. So let's use these conditional operators in conjunction with these comparison operators in conjunction with conditional operators. Okay, so in this short program, I'm going to ask the user for their username and password both. Alright, if it is equal to something, then I'm going to say you're allowed. Okay, so let's do that. So let's ask the user for the username. I'll store it in a variable called user. Enter username. Password will be in a variable pwd. Okay, I'll check if user equal to bond and password equal to 007 colon is important. If you don't put the colon, you don't get this indent. You know, the cursor starts from the beginning of the line. Okay, so make sure you put your colon. So if that is true, I'm going to print. In the previous code, if you have seen the conditional statements 1 video, in that code you just have to enter your password. I never asked the username, so I'm going to use the username and password here, and I've joined the two with a simple AND, which means both should return a true. This should also return a true, and this should also return a true. That's my logic. Okay, so if both are true, I'll print that, welcome to MI6 Mr. Bond. Okay, if both are not true, or if either one is only true, it means that it's not Mr. Bond, right, who's trying to access my system. So I should say access denied. Let's save this program in the tutorial folder and conditional statements 3, and let's run this program. Before running, I'm going to resize my windows, so I'll make this small. I will make this shell half of my screen. Okay, going all the way to the right. Yeah, so now let's run this code. Run and run module. Enter username. I'm going to put the correct one for the first time, so I'll say bond, and the password is 007. So it says welcome to MI6 Mr. Bond, right? So let's close the shell, rerun the program, just so that the output comes a little, doesn't go down below on the screen. So let's do enter the username is say Ravi, and the password is 123. Okay, it says access denied because both are incorrect. Now another scenario, last scenario, where I'll only put the username correct but password wrong. Okay, so the username correct is Bond. I'll enter Bond, and the password I'll put as Ravi is James Bond, which I'm not. So I get an access denied. So I hope you guys understood comparison operators in this video. Okay, all the 6 ones. I hope you remember them. And if you like, do share your thoughts in the comments section below. So type the comments and let me know. Share this video with your friends so that more and more people learn about Python. So usually my video series is for younger kids 12 and above, and they learn. So even if an adult is watching this video, I think you should also be able to learn. That it is not so difficult, it is very easy. So I hope you're having a good time learning programming. And yeah, you can reach out to me. You can find my website written in the description or somewhere in my profile, and just reach out to me because I'm in Mumbai. I do private tuitions for students as young as 10 to any age limit. So that's not a problem. Basically, these IB students, that's what I'm focusing on teaching. And I also teach through Skype. I teach a lot of different things. So I hope to get in touch with you soon. My website is www.raviscoderclub.com. So go ahead, check my website out, and you'll get all my details there. All right. Thank you, and see you in the next video. In the next video, I'll be teaching you loops. So let's see you soon then. All right. Bye. Thanks for watching.